I promise you, if you think it's too late to start something new right now, you are sorely mistaken. By the way, do you know how old the PayPal founders were when they built this giant, and how many times they went bankrupt in their lives? If you want to know how ordinary people with a simple idea changed the world's monetary system, don't miss this video, because it's exactly the roadmap you need.
In the late 1990s, everyone witnessed the ever-increasing expansion of the internet. Investors, from America and Europe to Australia, were all eager to claim a share of this nascent field, as this technology was predicted to experience unbridled and exponential growth. Any website with the word "come" in its address tempted eager investors to pour whatever they had into it. Among the multitude of growing websites, online buying and selling businesses also held a special place. However, this domain required moving money online, and in practice, cash was ineffective. Users were forced to transfer the amount to the seller via card or online banking. At that time, the experience of buying from websites like eBay or Amazon and other platforms had turned into a grueling nightmare for users, a time-consuming and nerve-wracking process that sometimes failed to deliver the goods due to the payment not reaching the seller. This chaos and instability provided fertile ground for fraudsters who tried to exploit financial transactions to siphon off funds. Meanwhile, banks offered no effective solutions, and the sheer volume of fraud had damaged public trust. Customers saw the goods they wanted online and were eager to buy, but they feared making payments and jeopardizing their capital. It was precisely during this brief period that two individuals stepped onto the scene with the intention of eradicating this major problem. They launched their startups to create a fundamental transformation in the way online payments were made. The first of them is Elon Musk. When he sets up the site x.com, his friends jokingly say to him, "Dude, what kind of name is this you've put on your website? Everyone thinks it's a porn site." Elon Musk replies with a sense of humor, "No problem, we'll attract more customers." At this time, Elon Musk is only 28 years old and is in an excellent financial position. The reason for this success is that he had previously built a website called Zip2 and sold it for $300 million. Now, with the money in hand, he has decided to launch a secure online bank so that people can buy and sell easily. In short, X.com, the name that today is carried by Twitter, began its activity in 1999 with the aim of creating an online bank. In that very first year, Elon Musk poured $12 million into the project, but all of the money went to waste because they couldn't build a secure and reliable system. It's worth mentioning that a year earlier, two other people had also started working with exactly the same goal. One of them was Elon Musk, and the other was a man named Peter Thiel, who, along with his partner Max Levchin, was looking to launch an online bank. The website these two had designed was called Confinity.com. Peter Thiel and his partner's idea was to design a website that worked like email, meaning users could transfer money via email, an idea completely detached from the traditional banking system. As mentioned earlier, the big banks had no desire to enter the online world. They were stuck in the 1950s and saw no need to put themselves through trouble and innovate. At the period we're talking about, the year 2000, the website Confinity had become far more famous than Elon Musk's X.com. But that didn't mean Peter Thiel had succeeded. He too had been unable to get Confinity running properly. The truth was that both websites were incapable of doing the job right and were constantly losing money. During this time, Elon Musk and Peter Thiel knew of each other from a distance and looked at one another as rivals. Their competition was extremely tight, and each wanted to push the other out of the arena. In summary, this is how things stood. Two websites had been formed, both owned by highly motivated and sophisticated individuals who had first-rate engineers working under them, yet both were only racking up losses. The reason was their inability to solve one fundamental problem: building a stable and secure website that could move people's money safely. It is precisely at this point that the two entrepreneurs come together and decide, instead of fighting and engaging in destructive competition, to partner up and solve the problem together. Many couldn't believe that two rivals who couldn't stand the sight of each other would suddenly unite. And so, X.com and Confinity merge. Elon Musk, who had proven his managerial competence by building a successful website, becomes the CEO of this new company, which still has no name. He intended to keep the name X.com for the new company, but the four other partners, including Peter Thiel, oppose the suggestion and insist on choosing an entirely new name. Finally, after extensive deliberation, their proposed name is approved. That name was PayPal. They immediately register the website paypal.com and, as a team, begin the work of building what we know today. One of Elon Musk's first decisions as the new CEO was migrating PayPal's entire system to Windows NT, an operating system that had proven to be largely inefficient and problematic. In response, the engineering team protested, declaring that they would not comply with such a shift, but Musk stood his ground. This deadlock persisted for weeks until Musk left for his honeymoon in South Africa. Little did he know that in his absence, Peter Thiel, essentially his deputy, orchestrated a coup alongside the engineers, ousting Musk from management and taking the helm himself. When the news reached South Africa, Musk was furious, and his honeymoon was cast in shadow. However, unlike most people in his position, he didn't demand his payout and walk away. He chose to stay, driven by his belief in the company's bright future. Thiel, undeniably a software genius, as he would later prove with the Palantir project, envisioned transferring money via email and insisted that they should not operate like traditional banks. At the time, the company had 5 owners, all highly motivated, yet deeply at odds with one another, to the point where heated arguments sometimes escalated into physical shoving matches. Nevertheless, these 5 agreed on one core principle: every engineer working at the company must genuinely believe in what they do and voice their opinions candidly, rather than merely nodding along to please Thiel or Musk. With that, PayPal stumbled into operation, effectively becoming the first successful online bank. But as soon as it launched, online fraudsters emerged as the biggest obstacle to its growth, prompting the engineers to work around the clock to maximize the platform's security and put a stop to the scammers' activities. On the cusp of 2001, PayPal was on a path to becoming an almost flawless system, and breaching it was growing harder by the day. Public trust in the platform was also rising steadily. PayPal's software engineers had developed an analytical tool called Igor, which was essentially an intelligent anti-fraud system. Simply put, Igor was an artificial intelligence that monitored all transactions and activities within PayPal and blocked even the slightest security weaknesses. The system could even determine whether a transaction was genuine or fraudulent based on a user's typing pattern and mouse movements. If it suspected fraud, it would then examine the user's account more deeply. Email information, registration date, and all of their daily activities on the platform. Igor gathered and analyzed all this data within seconds and made a decision. Without a doubt, Igor was one of the most advanced fraud detection systems of its time and was PayPal's main trump card. Back then, the world's largest online marketplace, eBay, rightly recognized that integrating PayPal into the buying and selling process would double the company's success because buyers could pay without worry and with complete peace of mind. As a result, eBay users became top-tier PayPal customers, moving tens of millions of dollars a day. By launching an integrated website that accommodated eBay's massive traffic, millions of dollars flowed through this platform daily. It was at this point that the United States government reacted to this major shift and asked, "What is this phenomenon? How does this website operate to move such a huge volume of money?" Until then, no similar business model had existed. Online payments were made by transferring money directly to the beneficiary company's account, with no intermediary like PayPal in between. Now, suddenly, PayPal had emerged as a trusted intermediary, and because of its unparalleled security, all financial transfers were being conducted through it. In the United States, almost every purchase and sale is subject to tax. The seller calculates and collects the tax from the customer at the point of sale. However, PayPal initially circumvented this rule because, at the time, online buying and selling lacked a specific tax law, and PayPal itself was not committing any violation. Until early 2002, when PayPal went public, Pierre Omidyar, the chief executive officer of eBay, closely monitored the company's developments. He was determined to bring PayPal under eBay's ownership, both to streamline money transfers on eBay and to pocket the fees from these transactions. Omidyar saw that PayPal's customer base had doubled in recent months and did not want a competitor like Amazon to make a preemptive move. Therefore, he made a substantial offer to the 5 PayPal owners, $1.5 billion in cash to buy their website. Those 5, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Max Levchin, Luke Nosek, and Ken Howery, happily accepted, and PayPal came under eBay's ownership. Of course, PayPal was not limited to eBay. Any website that needed secure payments used PayPal. Additionally, users could easily send money to their friends, or, after a purchase, ask the seller to send an invoice via PayPal. In case of fraud, PayPal would support the buyer and refund the money. These features made PayPal increasingly popular, and even giants like Alibaba and AliExpress initially used it. Usually, after a small company is bought by a larger one, the previous executives stay on with high salaries. However, Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, and the others chose to take their money and pursue new ventures. Peter Thiel joined the artificial intelligence company Palantir. Elon Musk moved on to projects like Tesla, SpaceX, The Boring Company, and Neuralink. Max Levchin founded the online payment company Affirm, which is still successful today. Luke Nosek, as a major early investor in SpaceX, has profited over $5 billion from this investment to date. Ken Howery, along with Peter Thiel, launched the venture capital firm Founders Fund and joined the ranks of billionaires himself. Due to the remarkable success of these 5, they are now referred to as the PayPal Mafia. So, what's your take? Do you think PayPal's success came from its technology or the amazing team that later became the PayPal Mafia? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button so I know you love this style of storytelling. Also, which other startup or company should I cover next? I can't wait to see your comments.